So how to measure your jean. What we're going to show you today is some basic measurements, and a lot of people these days are shopping online, so we feel it's quite important to have the right measurements that you can take of your own existing piece that you like and compare it to a piece that you're looking at online. So first off, we're going to measure a waist. With it dipping like this, it's a little difficult, so we're going to make sure we're doing it up, and I'm going to just offset the waist to help keep it nice and flat like that, instead of it having that dip. So I'm gonna put the tape measure at one end, I'm gonna give it a tiny bit of space for the fold, and we're gonna go once across, and that's at 16 5/8, and we're gonna then double that. That's gonna give us our waist measurement. Next, we're gonna do a front rise. Front rise is basically from where the seam here intersects, and it's going to go up to the waistband. So again, here where the seam is, and then up to the waistband. So with this one, we're just going to line it up. We're not going to pull it super tight. We're just going to let it lay naturally here, and we're looking at 12 5/8 on this one. And for instance here, right up, we're looking at 10 1/4 on this one. Now, a front rise is important, but even more important would be a back rise to combine, and that's going to give us what's called a saddle measurement all the way up. So again, where that seam intersects, making sure it's flat, and we're going to come up at 15 1/4 on this one. This one, you can see that that seam is fully exposed when it's laid flat. This one, you can see the back rise actually comes up around to the front. So if you have one like that, you're gonna make sure that you're straightening it out and it's fully exposed here. So let's lay that out nice and flat. So there, and then straight up, and you're looking at about 13 7/8 on this one. Now you're gonna look at a upper thigh measurement. All of those measurements for the upper thigh, we're gonna make sure that the tape measure is perpendicular to that side seam, and the knee measurement as well. So let's look again at that upper thigh, and we're gonna take the measurement for where the seam intersects at the crotch. So we're gonna lay that right square in the middle, and then we're just gonna go straight across, again perpendicular to the outseam, and we're at 12 3/4 on this one. Here we're going to incorporate the back of the thigh and the front of the thigh. So we're going to actually again start not where the seam intersects, because we'll be missing a little bit of it. So we're going to go right at the intersection here, and then again straight across. We're looking at 11 1/2 on this one. And when we take a knee measurement, we're looking at 11 inches down. I wouldn't say that's necessarily standard, but that's where we're going to take our measurement. So if you're looking at something online, just make sure that we're doing an apple to an apple, and it'll give us a good measurement. So from the intersection of the crotch, again 11 inches down, and again perpendicular to the outseam, we're looking at 8 on this one. Here the inseam wraps around to the back, but we can expose that 11 inches down. That's still going to incorporate as long as we go right from the very edge to the other side. Again, staying perpendicular to the outseam, we're at 9 1/4 on this. And then we're going to look at the hem measurement. The hem measurement, pretty self-explanatory, but we're just going to go just from one edge to the other, and that should give us that 8 1/4 inch measurement there. Here we can see quite a bit narrower. Again, we're going to incorporate the entire width, and we're looking at about 6 1/4 on that one. Now we're looking at the last measurement would be our inseam length. So we're just going to go right up where the crotch seam intersects, and we're just going to go all the way down, and we're looking at 34 on this one. Here on this one, we can look at again, the crotch intersection here, and we're just going to go again straight down, and we're looking at 34 on that. So that's how we measure our jeans. I hope this really helps and clarifies some of those measurement questions, and good luck online shopping.